Here we are. Welcome, everybody. Happy Lonely Friday night. It's the loneliest night of the week, so who better to spend it with than yours truly? Welcome to Sam Roberts Now. Hope everybody's doing great. Hope you're prepared for an exceptionally lonely weekend. And how could we be at our loneliest without the one and only, the loneliest boy in Harlem, Hot Dog? How are we doing, Hot Dog?
The loneliest boy in Harlem.
The loneliest boy in Harlem. Everybody knows him. You know, they like the Godfather of Harlem, that show. Hot Dog is known as the loneliest boy in Harlem.
I hope I can go up a couple levels throughout the years.
What, you mean to different towns and be the loneliest boy in different boroughs?
Or you know, just not the loneliest boy. Maybe like
You saying you think by 30, boy would not be the descriptive?
Yeah, like the loneliest king.
Look at the adjective, boy. Nope, not that. Not that either. Yeah, you are, Hot Dog. One day, maybe you will be our lonely king.
I love that.
Our lonely
not
king, Hot
king.
Dog. No, hell yeah. I am homeless king. Well, welcome to Sam Roberts Now. That should be the motto. If I were to put out like special edition Sam Roberts Now t-shirts, they would probably say I am homeless king somewhere on them, because it might be my favorite quote of any movie. Hey, speaking of Mark...
No. Correction, lady. Homeless king.
I am homeless king. Oh, okay. I didn't realize. Blood. Send money. Speaking of marketing opportunities, you know who does lonely better than anybody else in the world? Other than us?
You?
Other than me and you, the loneliest king in Harlem, Harlem's lonely prince, Hot Dog. And, of course, all of the not Samsonites are among the world's great lonely. Brock Lesnar. This is what Brock Lesnar has been up to since he left the spotlight. He shows up, SummerSlam to WrestleMania, makes a whole bunch of money, then he disappears. And what's he up to? Just hanging carcasses. Look at that, like, that's where a head was. And there's no doubt in my mind that Brock Lesnar took a hatchet and chopped that head off himself. He's just having a great time. Can you imagine a life like that? You're married to Sable and you're still like, hey, dude, I get everything. Brock's got a family. He's got a beautiful wife. He owns the whole state of Alaska, and he just gets to hang out with meat that he's going to fix himself. You can't say nothing to Brock Lesnar. And moreover, I believe a little photoshopping can be done on this picture to make it look like me and Hot Dog. You know?
I think we should all be very, very glad that Brock Lesnar took this career, and this is how he spends his time when he's bored, and not that he's like a mass serial killer or Jason kind of horror movie monster, because he could be.
I kill cows to keep me from killing y'all. He could be a horror movie villain if he so chose to be. Like, he is the human incarnation of like that guy who would stomp through your door. Like, that's what makes Jason and Freddy so scary, is that once you see them, it's already too late. Michael Myers, like, once he's close enough to you, it's already too late. There's nothing you can do. If Brock Lesnar kicks down your door in a rage, it's already too late. There is nothing you can do.
And Jason didn't have a good takedown.
Jason would have sucked shit in the NCAA. He would have been terrible. Brock was like, I could have gone to the Olympics, but instead I decided to start killing y'all. Yeah, no, I don't want any of that. Brock Lesnar's the guy. Like, I wouldn't even describe my eating to Brock Lesnar. If he was like, hey, you want me to cut you off some of this, meat? I'd be like, yeah, I love that stuff. Yeah, that's for me. Hey, what's that YouTube show you were telling me about? Annoying something? I go, I don't know. Whatever you want, Brock. I don't know. He's like, you like burgers? Yeah. What about steak? Uh-huh. Yeah. You like horse meat? Yeah, I love eating.
Everything,
yes.
Anything you say, Brock.
Yes, Brock. I love horse meat. Brock, tell me, what do men do? What does a man do? Because I'm not going to sit there. Brock, I think real manliness is being more in touch with your feelings. Like, that's not going to fly. You know what I mean? While the whole world is losing their minds because of who owns Twitter, Brock Lesnar is hanging beheaded cattle up and going like, hey, somebody take a picture of this.
I'm sure if Brock said, I killed this thing with my bare hands, I'd probably believe it.
If Brock Lesnar said, you see this bovine here? I go, yeah. He goes, I choked it to death with my hands. I'd go, yeah, that sounds right. I mean, I could see, even if he took him out like Luca Brasi in The Godfather, where he just like had a choke wire that he just jumped on the cow's back and just choked him with a wire. I'm like, yeah, look, Brock, however you need to get out your aggression, however you need to do that, you do that. Because I have nothing negative to say about your life. I think that whatever you say, this is probably how people should be. I'm going to follow your lead on this, Brock.
Scary, dude.
He's got a penis sword tattooed on his chest. And you know who says it looks like a penis? No one.
Nope. No. I bet you he has not heard one negative remark about that.
You know who's the last person that said something negative about that? This guy right here. This guy. Him. That's what happened. What is this thing? It's like a metal. It's like a metal pound. Like, he's got a steel fanny pack around his waist with a chain. Like, I don't even know. That's how another level Brock is working on. I didn't even know this existed as a thing. Like, I couldn't, if somebody were like, hey, what's this? I'd go, is that a gear to a motorcycle? And they'd go, no, it's a fanny pack. I'd go, oh, okay. I didn't know. I had no idea.
And to be fair, if anyone else wore that and walked in studio, they would probably get a good roasting.
Oh, we'd destroy him. When Brock wears it, I didn't even notice he was wearing it at first. It looked so natural. It was just like, yeah, that's what people wear. Overalls, a flannel, a thermal, and a steel fanny pack with a leather apron. Like, what else would you be wearing? Yeah, of course that's what you wear. It looks like he cut out his butthole too. It looks like at the top here, he might have cut out the anal. I don't know if that's how you get all the intestines and stuff out. It doesn't strike me that somebody that prepares their food this way at one point in their life had diverticulitis. Like, it doesn't. I don't feel like this meat would be served over a plate of leafy greens, you know?
No, he walked that shit off.
Yeah. Like, there was a time when somebody had to go, Brock, you're supposed to cook it. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Oh, it's dead. Why do you have to cook it?
Yeah, I guess it is a little bit tastier.
Huh. Oh, there are flavors. I mean, I'll still eat it raw. He goes into those like vegan all raw food restaurants. And he's like, yeah, I'll have a steak. What? That's not what we do here. Well,
no, they don't say that. They go, absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah. And they go out and they find a goddamn raw steak.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't see it on the menu, but do you guys have raw steaks? Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. Is that what you wanted? Because yeah, we definitely have that.
We serve it now.
Yeah?
Yep.
Why? How come it's not on the menu? It's new. What? It's from today. Uh-huh. Huh? What? Yeah. That's awesome.
Can you think you would behave a little bit more recklessly if you were of Brock Lesnar's
statue? I can't even picture this, because like, if I'm this guy, I'm not doing, like, he just does this. There's one photo and everybody's like, holy shit, look what's happening in Saskatchewan right now. He's just doing this day to day without documentation. Like, if I clean my toilet, I have to take a picture for Instagram to prove to people, look, I used a toilet brush without hiring somebody. How incredible am I? If I
change my tire,
I haven't even gotten there yet. If I screw the doorknob back on, I'm like, oh, I better document this. He's just doing this, like, regularly. Somebody's like, you want to take a picture? He's like, oh, yeah, I guess so. I mean, he's hanging this carcass from a tree. It's incredible. And he's just like, this is just what I do. Like, to him, this is, I mean, I don't know, what this is like making bagel bites. Like, if I make bagel bites, I don't feel the need to go on social and be like, hey, guess what I made for dinner? Because it's bagel bites. But you've seen my Instagram stories. If I'm cooking food in the pan, I'm posting it, you know? Because I feel like I got to get some credit for this. I got to make sure that people know I'm a human being doing human being things. For Brock, it doesn't even occur to him.
When you get excited and you cook your meals and you go to like WWE events, would you ever like pull up a photo and be like, hey, Brock, look what I made last night?
Like, he's like, would you kill the chicken? He's like, what? I go, no, what? From DeChico's, huh? What do you mean kill the chicken? Where would you? He's like, why are you showing me this? I'm like, no, because I cut the fat off the chicken and put it in the pan. I'd cut it before I'll put it away.
Oh.
I'll put it away.
Oh, interesting.
He's like, I don't even know what you're
Make
talking
sure that guy doesn't get fucking close to me again.
Yeah, and then he goes like this. Why would you have a picture of that? I go, huh? He goes, McAfee, can you get your friend away? Pat's like, yeah. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. I can't understand the reality, but I love it. I love it, and I love that I love that. I mean, that's, when I say loneliness is good, that's what I'm talking about. Look at what Brock's able to get done.
That's a lonely king.
That's Brock Lesnar is the lonely king. He chooses it. It's a choice. It's a lifestyle choice for Brock Lesnar, and by God, is he making the most of it. I'll tell you, I felt, I mean, it's kind of rough coming out of that Brock Lesnar thing to tell you what I felt accomplished that I got done in my free time.
What?
I caught up on the first 3 episodes of Better Call Saul.
There you go.
Still dope though. Still dope though, right?
All
Still
right,
dope.
yeah.
I know what Jimmy McGill is up to. I know people are still, they're still calling him Jimmy. He's like, it's Saul now. And I go, that means, because like, all right, we're on season 6 of Better Call Saul, which I would say already at this point has to be the best spinoff series of all time, right? I mean, is there a better spinoff series ever than Better Call Saul?
There's Joey. Don't forget that one.
Yeah, I didn't forget Joey. Yeah. Nope, that was part of the calculation. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's not, most spinoffs are not great, but there have been some good ones.
Frasier
was a great spinoff. People that's the key, right? To be a great spinoff, people have to forget it was a spinoff. They don't realize like Frasier is more famous than Frasier Crane as a character on Cheers was. That's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But it ain't Better Call Saul, dude. When you have Breaking Bad, and it's almost like, don't touch this thing because you got one of the greatest television shows of all time here.
Perfection.
And you're like, I'm going to make a prequel series. It's like, don't do it, dude. Don't do it. And then you come out with another one of the best TV series ever. It's crazy. Vince Gilligan, and what's the other guy's name?
Peter Gould.
Peter Gould. Hats off to them. So season 6 now of Better Call Saul. It was actually pretty funny because when I started it, I started watching episode 1, and I realized I have no fucking idea what's happening on this show. Like, I am so spoiled by the era of binge watching that I don't have a clue what is happening on this show. I don't, like, there was some, when he goes into I'm not going to do any big spoilers, by the way, but when he goes into the health spa, and he sees the big cowboy guy that he tried to, be his client.
Yes. Yeah.
I thought that was a character from another show that I was like, oh, same actor. I was like, oh, wait. No, I know them from Better Call Saul. Because I think, so I saw like the first couple episodes of Better Call Saul when it first came out. But then I didn't really give it a chance. I think because I was so Breaking Badded out that I wasn't prepared to dip back into the universe and give it a chance. So I really ended up, and you know this, 2.5 years ago, at the very beginning of the pandemic. So I had started over the holidays before the pandemic. So that would have been December 2019, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was in like my 4th or 5th Sopranos rewatch because like every 2 or 3 Christmases I do a Sopranos rewatch. And then I was bummed out because just as the pandemic was starting and just as we were all locked down, I was finishing up that 4th or 5th Sopranos rewatch. And I was like, what am I going to do now? I didn't realize I was going to have to watch it again with Fidance. But that's when I was like, okay, let me get back into Better Call Saul. So it was probably like March.
Much pushing from me and Travis.
Yes, you guys were like on the group text going, bruh, we're not leaving anyway, bruh. What are you doing, bruh? I was like, stop saying that. And they were like, stop saying what, bruh? I was like, all right, I'll watch it if you stop calling me bruh. I mean, BRO is less letters than BRUH. What are you doing? They're like, bruh. I was like, all right, I'll do it. Yes, you guys pushed me to it. And that was like probably March, April. That was very beginning, height of the pandemic. That was wiping down your packages. That was like, leave the food delivery on the doorstep. I'm watching you through the window. I'm not opening this door until it comes out. And then you're going to the supermarket with gloves on every other day, hoping you find some disinfectant. It was a wild ass time. No toilet paper.
It feels like a dream at this point.
A fever dream. Like we were literally sitting there going, we might have to never wipe ourselves after shitting ever again. That's the reality we're living in. Remember that? Like you thought realistically, we might live in a world with no toilet paper. If I was going to the ATM. Like I better pull out cash now because this shit is gonna run out, so I can wipe my ass with it. I was like, I'm gonna need it.
It's about to crumble.
Yeah.
Without toilet paper.
I remember looking at the door, going, "What are they gonna do when none of the police officers will leave because they're occupied with pandemic stuff? Then the crime will start." And then society will crumble. And then by like the summer, people were like, I think I might go outside. But
I think we outside.
Yeah, I think so. But that's to say the whole world was so different. And we all experienced so much that I watched all of it, all in one big chunk, just blasting through episodes. And so I think that because so much has happened since then, and because I watched it all so quick, I took for granted that I just packed all that information into my head and then kind of let it drift away. Because I was like, oh yeah, I like Nacho. I forgot about that guy. Like really important. And then I go, like I was having like flashbacks. I was like, I remember they definitely started building the Walter White lab. Whatever happened with that?
So it was a whole season.
Yeah, no. And then I realized that. Yeah. So my plan right now is that season 6 is going to have a mid-season break. It's going to have like a 3-month mid-season break. So the memories are flashing back to me as I'm watching now, so it's okay. But in between the 2 seasons, that's when I'm going to do my series rewatch. So I'm going to watch part 1 of season 6. Then I'm going to go back, watch the ones that I already seen. And then that way, it'll all be packed into my brain fresh and ready for part 2 of season 6. Because you can already tell, it's amazing that they've gotten it to the point where they're getting really, really close to where Breaking Bad begins.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're going you're looking at characters who you've come to know and love because, Better Call Saul, you get to see the introduction of course, Gus Fring, greatest TV villain of all time, Gus Fring, Mike, the lackeys that Gus has around him, and you get to
Iris.
The twins, the cousins, the cousin twins, dope as hell. I don't care what Norton says, dope as hell. But you get to see all this stuff. Hector Salamanca, Tuco. Although I don't think we met Tuco yet. I just think we've heard about Tuco.
No, we've seen Tuco. Very first season.
See, I forgot.
That's where
I forgot.
Very first episode
of the first season, Tuco Salamanca.
Yeah.
Right. So but then there's all these other characters that are series regulars that have been introduced. that we never.
Howard, Kim, Nacho.
Yeah. And we never met them on Breaking Bad. So you're like, some shit is really going to have to go down within the next couple seasons. And it's going to be some heartbreaking shit, too. And based on what they've done, so like, first episode, right, I was a little worried because I go, since I've forgotten so much about this series, I hope that I don't, like, fall out, right? Like, I hope that it doesn't lose me because it's so contingent. 15 minutes in, I was like, no, dude, I'm in. I get it enough. I remember enough. Stuff starts flooding back, but they just start hitting you with story instantly. I love shows that make the most out of every minute. When I start to sense that a show is like, it really probably should have been about 7 episodes, but they're stretching it to 10, I get annoyed because it's like, it's 2022. Just do 7 episodes if that's what it takes to tell the story, right?
Save some money.
Save some money. Use every minute. I love every minute being used. And I realized I didn't really come to terms with it until episode 3 that just aired last weekend, that I was like, or Monday, that I was like, there hasn't been that much Saul so far on Better Call Saul. You know,
it's been a very Salamanca. Salamanca and Gus show.
And and so interesting, by the way, even right now, to see Gus, he's not as cocksure as he is on Breaking Bad, right? Like, you see him in moments of doubt. You see him kind of still learning the game a little bit. You see him as being more vulnerable than he ever was on Breaking Bad. But you also see with each experience, he's growing and he's growing and he's growing. And it's just dope as hell. Also, the actions that are being taken, especially by the end, like, dude, the end of episode 3 of this season that we just saw on Monday, oh my God. Like, it's right up there. Probably the best episode / scene / whatever in the whole show had to be the courtroom scene, right? With the phone.
The chicanery?
Yeah.
Love that episode.
Oh,
I go
it's
back
so
and watch
good.
that all the time.
It's a masterpiece.
He defecated on a sunroof.
You're like, because they're so good because you don't want Michael McKean to lose, right? Because you do feel that familial tie. You don't want him to lose, but you're like, don't fight this battle, dude. You're not going to win.
But at the same time, he's right. He's absolutely right.
And he's right. He is right. Talk about being gaslit. Holy shit. But yeah, I mean, it feels like this is not going to be a gradual winding road to get to Breaking Bad land. This is going to be like just shots over the head for the entire season. It just boom, 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 boom. And I love it.
I mean, like, the arc right now that kind of ended in episode 3, I figured was going to be a mid-season finale.
I figured, at the earliest mid-season finale, they wrapped that shit up in 1 episode. One. I'm like, if you're willing to give this up in 1 episode, I don't even want to start to guess at what you got in store for us. I was the same as you. I was like,
they could have saved that for the mid-season.
Mid-season finale. You know, saw extreme things happening to one of the most beloved characters of the series. Yeah, easy mid-season, if not fully all the way to the end of the season.
Yeah.
But to knock it all out before you're done with episode 3, it's like, oh my God. And they say, how do you feel about this? Because while you are the biggest Breaking Bad fan I know, you're also like a big time Mark. How do you how do you feel about Aaron Paul and Bryan Cranston coming back for cameos?
I'm not scared. I'm not afraid of it.
You're not scared?
No, I'm not.
You're
scared.
like Bone Crusher. You ain't never scared.
Yeah, I trust them well enough to do it right and not make it hokey and not be like what you and Jim are saying on down here.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be perfectly placed. I think it's, you know what I think it's gonna be. As much as you hate what was it, El Camino? That was the name of the
El
movie,
Camino
right?
sucked. Yeah.
Okay, all right. As much as you hated that, the scene with him and Walt also had the Megamind fucking bald cap. That didn't
Walt
work
with his
out
Megamind
great.
ball cap. You had Jesse Plemons over there going like, "What? I haven't gained any weight. What are you talking about? This is the next day." Jesse all of a sudden is this like really smart, heartfelt guy, like not just some idiot kid.
But ignoring that,
Right.
the Walter White cameo was good. The way it was placed, the way it kind of, it was a flashback to the 4 days out, and they were having a diner conversation. It felt right.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Bryan Cranston, right now. You shave your goddamn head for this show. Don't you come in, you son of a bitch. Don't you come in here, El Camino, fine. Because honestly, if you made the argument to me that El Camino is not even canon, I'd go like, it's better that way. I'm good with it. I'm fine with it. I would tell a new fan, I'd go like, you got to watch Breaking Bad. You got to watch Better Call Saul. Then we'll talk about it. You don't have to watch anything else.
It's more like additional side content. Don't look at it. I would say watch it, but don't expect a new arc. Just expect like an epilogue. It's a short little epilogue.
It's like having a delicious dessert and then eating Mike and Ike's. And you're like, why did I eat those Mike and Ike's? Like I had that great, delicious taste in my mouth. Now I just got like weird candy and black licorice. I mean, I guess it's still candy, but I shouldn't have done that. Bryan Cranston had better shave his goddamn head because he didn't do it for El Camino. And then whatever. But like some things are more important. Let me explain something. This is called legacy. This is not, well, I'm not going to shave my head if I'm only going to be there for a day. It's not a day. This is forever, okay?
Forever.
El Camino is not forever. Netflix is going out of business anyway. But Better Call Saul is just like Breaking Bad in forever. It goes right there in the pantheon. Whatever safe deposit box you're putting the original tapes of Breaking Bad in, Better Call Saul is going right next door. Better Call Saul is essential content to the Breaking Bad universe. And Bryan Cranston, Malcolm in the Middle, I'm talking to you. If you are not willing to shave your head, and trust me, I know it's not that big of a deal. If you're not willing to do that for your legacy, you can forget us being friends. How do you like that? And by the way, too, grow the mustache. It's not going to take you a long time. Because he's not, wait a minute, he's not going to be bald.
It depends. If it's season 1 or season 2. It wouldn't make sense for it to be season 1 because he hasn't met Saul yet. It has to be when he's bald.
Yeah.
And he has, yeah.
Unless it's the scene that we've been describing on the air with Norton, where it's just like he's in a grocery store and he's like, I'm Walter White.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, okay. So you're thinking that season 1 of Breaking Bad, when does Saul get introduced to Breaking Bad?
Season 2, episode 9.
That deep in?
Yes.
So theoretically, what we're watching now, yeah, because Gus doesn't get introduced until after that. Same with Saul is the catalyst to bringing in all those characters.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, season 1 of Breaking Bad could be happening right now as we're watching this stuff for season 6 of Saul.
Not quite there yet.
Tell me why.
Season 1 had Tuco, and I believe Tuco's still in jail.
In season 1?
As where we are in Better Call Saul now, Tuco's still in jail.
They said Tuco's still in jail?
Yeah.
Okay.
If he wasn't in jail, that would have been mentioned. That would have been a story with the Salamancas. But Tuco's
That's true. We would have seen Tuco by now. So
yeah.
Yeah.
And Tuco's already out, and he's been out for a while in season 1 of Breaking Bad.
That's right. So maybe there'll be a time lapse between part 1 of season 6 and part 2 of season 6. Is that what we're hoping for? Because you're right.
Episodes for it.
You don't want season 1 Walter White showing up.
No, that would be hokey.
Yeah, because it would literally just be like, hey, there's the teacher. Don't mind him. You know, it's like
Leonardo fucking it's him.
yeah. From Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah. That's when you start drifting into And I'm sorry, David Chase, that's when you start drifting into Many Saints of Newark territory, where you're like, he said the thing from the episode. Oh, cool. He said it again. He said the second time. That's cool.
Here's another possibility.
Okay.
It could also be not season 2 when he meets Saul. It could be right before the end of Breaking Bad when him and Saul are trapped in the safe house and the vacuum guy is like sending them apart different places because they're gonna have to eventually go.
Oh,
back.
okay. All right. I see what where you're going. So it's part of the flashback.
Yes, it could be that. And I think Walt did not have his hair grown back out.
No, not when he was he grew his hair back out once he got up into the cabin.
Yes.
That's when he grew his hair back out. So he would have to still be bald. So shave your goddamn head.
Can't get out of it.
Nope, you're shaving it. What if it was right before I died? Like, no, you have to shave your head.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. He was gone. Saul was gone by then. Yeah, but what if I stopped at his house right before? Remember when I was driving back? No! Shave it. Shave it. Yeah. I think it looked really good in Camino. I think it looked. No, it didn't.
His best.
Yeah, you look like the head from that MTV cartoon, The Head.
What if instead of bald cap, we just CGI it?
Yeah, like the Irishman. They all looked really good in that. No, what?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So you're thinking it could be like almost like additional footage, not literally additional footage, but maybe like scenes between them that we didn't see
while they're together, because it's just those two together.
Yeah.
Where Jesse comes in. I mean, who's to say it has to be Walt and Jesse together?
I would imagine not together. I don't think it makes sense for them to be together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everything with them together and Saul, we should have technically probably already seen it.
Mm-hmm.
But don't you think that adding to scenes that have already existed is a little bit retconny?
It almost feels like it could have been like this could have been like a deleted scene on the Blu-ray. That's not what I want.
But it's not. Yeah, you just design. Yeah, I don't like the vacuum store scenario personally. Because it's a little on the nose. Yeah, I like the idea of maybe was Saul aware of Heisenberg before Walter came in? He would have.
No, because he wasn't. Heisenberg wasn't big time like that.
No, I guess he wasn't. Yeah.
No.
And when he came in, he had to convince Saul. Like Saul wasn't sold on him.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think the safe house is probably the best.
I think it's the safe house.
It doesn't have to be something that's like a story changing thing. It could just be like hey, here's Walt and Jimmy actually interacting as, not Heisenberg and Saul, but just as
Walter and Jimmy. Like we finally can drop this stuff.
Yeah.
It's possible.
I think that would be great.
And what about it in the mid-season finale this time? Jimmy or Saul, whatever, he's just walking down the street and you just hear somebody behind him go, "Hey, get out of the way, bitch." That's cool, right?
50-year-old Aaron Paul.
Yeah, with that.
Yo, bitch.
Except he's got the hat on, so you can't tell. Yeah. Hey, make sure that chemistry teacher doesn't kill my girlfriend, bitch. Like, what?
In order for the baggy pants to actually still be baggy, he has to get extra large.
They're supposed to be baggy. Yeah. I'm into it. I'm into it. I hate the colorblind says, do you think they're going to cuck us with season 6, part 1 and part 2, like they did the final season of Breaking Bad? Well,
that is.
Yeah, but
it wasn't a cucking.
You've gotten cucked many times and it proclaimed it not to be a cucking. Anytime, hot dog, anytime you say that wasn't a cucking and it happened to you, it's almost certainly was a cucking.
Yeah, I'm very Ja Rule with it. That's not a cucking.
I mean, humiliation, maybe, but not a cucking. Well, I think the idea is they're doing 6 episodes, then 3 months off, then another 6 episodes. 7?
Yes.
7 and 7?
Yeah, and it's not. Yeah, exactly. Like you said, it's not a year wait.
3 months. You said it's 3 months. 3 months.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Sopranos used to cuck us big. They used to go like a year and a half between. Like season 1, season 6, part 1, and season 6, part 2 of The Sopranos was absurd. Absurd.
Thank God I didn't have to worry about that.
3 months. Okay.
Yeah, the Jesse one, I have no idea what they would do with the Jesse one.
People in the chat
I'm pretty sure
are hoping for a Walt Jr. appearance.
Oh, Saul shows up at the car wash one time and he meets Walt Jr.
That's true. How great would it be if they were like, if they go like this? Yeah, we've got cameo appearances from Walt, Jesse, and Ted. And you're like, and Ted? Ted's? Yeah, we thought people wanted to get some closure on.
Close up that,
We wanted to get some closure on Ted. Like, why? What?
Yeah, I'm gonna get closer on Walt Jr. I hate you, Dad.
Oh, you killed Uncle Hank. Take the money, idiot. You stupid idiot. Take the money. You stupid. And then Walt goes back and they're living destitute. They're poor because Walt Jr. wouldn't take the money. Take the money. It all was for nothing because you didn't take the money. Breakfast-loving idiot. Hey, man. You got to appreciate your father when he's Walter White. That's true. But something people don't remember enough is to appreciate their mother. Like Mr. T said, mother, I'll always love her. My mother. So treat her right. Treat her right. And if you're going to treat her right, make sure you treat her right a week from Sunday because it is Mother's Day. I bet you forgot you've got less than 10 days, 9 days to go until Mother's Day. And what is the best gift for Mother's Day? That gift that is going to last a lifetime. It's these Steven Singer gold-dipped roses, of course, with the peach petals. You know what this is? This right here, this is exclusive to IHateStevenSinger.com. You can only get it there. These are the special colors that sell out every year. So make sure that you order it now. This is the orange creamsicle. And I know that you think back on all those times where mom gave you that sweet treat on a spring day. This is the best way to say thank you to her, and it's your last chance. Steven's brand new creamsicle 24-karat gold rose. Go right now to I Hate Steven Singer. Order by 2 p.m. Eastern this Wednesday. You got until Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, so you should do it now. And if you do it, you'll get free shipping that will arrive in time for Mother's Day. Steven's famous 24-karat gold-dipped roses start at $59, and they're only available at IHateStevenSinger.com. That's IHateStevenSinger.com. Smells like a creamsicle. But that might be the COVID acting up. I don't know. So...
by the way, real quick, Ash Cash and Egregious Filmman say that we are still 4 years away from Breaking Bad's timeline.
4 years?
Yeah, from season 1 of Breaking Bad. So, yeah, not even close yet.
They got a lot of work to do. Are we going to cover all 4 years? Are we going to line up, or are we going to go like? I mean, I guess that makes sense because by the time Breaking Bad comes out, Saul is like in bed deep. Like he is a horrible person. That's what's so good about this Better Call Saul. It's basically Breaking Bad for Jimmy. It's Jimmy McGill Breaking Bad. Like you're watching this guy who had the best of intentions just turn into a villain. And, who knew that you could just do it twice? But that's what it is, right, Hot Dog? It's Breaking Bad, but it's Jimmy McGill Breaking Bad instead of Walter White.
And his wife, Kim. Kim's Breaking Bad, too.
Seems like Kim's Breaking Bad. Kim's going to get herself in trouble. I'm going to say this.
What do you think she's ending up?
I think she's ending up in the ground.
Oh.
Actually, she'll probably leave him, right? I don't think they'll kill her. She'll probably leave him, but I think that her either leaving him or dying will be the catalyst that he loses all sort of touch with being a good person. That'll be the end. Like, I think that she is the only string that pulls him back to humanity because he actually has to be somewhat accountable to her. Once she's out of the picture, I think that's when he's out of here. That's when he's Broken Bad.
I know that they're both kind of involved with like the cartel now, but I feel like if like Kim dying, Jimmy is not yet that deep into Saul Goodman where like if Kim died because of something that happened with the cartel or something really bad, I feel like that would pull him out of it, not get him deeper in, you know?
Well, what's he going to do? Fight the cartel? Because they killed Kim?
Well,
he's a coward.
Like, you know, like, or he would realize like, this isn't the business for me. This killed, you know, my, like,
I have to find a new trade. How bad would it be if that's how the show ended? And you're like, what? How is that possible? It's a different universe. It's a multiverse.
I think everyone, everyone either thinks it's either Kim leaves him or she dies. I think she just goes to prison.
Okay,
that's why we don't see her this entire time.
Egregious, who, by the way, Egregious, you could be super chatting in. You know, I mean, just you happen to be making good points in the free chat, so you're getting on the show, but you should be super chatting these in. He says, no way Kim dies. Saul is having too much fun in Breaking Bad. Could be defense mechanism. Could be defense mechanism. I mean, he's a totally different person. You saw his mansion at the beginning of the season. He had a golden toilet.
But like Kim dying would be like a wake-up call at this point.
Or the other way.
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know. Unless Kim just leaves him. Maybe she gets fed up with his bullshit. Hey, you know who's a real life villain this week?
Oh, I know.
There's no getting around that, is there?
No.
This is it. This is the face of evil. This is this is the supervillain we deserve as a society, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
supervillain name too.
Elon Musk. Elon? Yeah, I mean, I think yeah. In real life, like, this is our society would have this guy as a supervillain. Like, yes, I'll start by inventing the electric cars, and then I'll take away their tweets.
I like my billionaires to be boring and in the shadows. I don't like my billionaires eccentric and out there.
You like you like oligarchs.
Yeah, I like old money.
Yeah. This new money stuff, not good. Tech billionaires, not good for you. You don't like them.
No.
Who
fucking knows? They'll snap one day. They're too out there in the mainstream.
Too much trouble. They realize what they can afford and they just start buying shit. And you're like, uh-oh. I mean, hot dog, what are you worried that Elon is gonna destroy the world through one tweet at a time?
I almost fell into the trap, as I always do. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard not
You're
to get
right.
into the whole,
You're
rabble.
He is bad.
Yeah. And then I go, you stop. Now I'm a lot better. I think I've told you this before. I'm a lot better at kind of getting pent up and then stopping and going, wait, why am I why am I mad? What does this matter to me?
Yeah. Somebody was like this.
Then we might have to leave Twitter. Okay.
Yeah, that's when somebody asked me this. They go like this. If he just blew up Twitter, what would you do? And I go, nothing. I don't care. Like, you could blow up Twitter today. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care at all. Look, Twitter's a great tool, okay? Twitter, I love that it's existed. I love that it will continue to exist. Sending out a tweet. I love when my tweets go viral for right reasons. It's not that fun when they go viral for the and they don't go viral for the right reasons that often. A lot of times for the wrong reasons, more often than not. But maybe even that
it says something about you.
Even that, getting in trouble on Twitter is also fun. It is. Yeah. It is fun. You get to watch
notorious Sam Roberts.
Yeah, everybody gets all mad. I knew he was an asshole this whole time, and you're like, okay, but yeah, I mean, it's brought us a lot of great memes. You know, first of all, I do think the same way, like the African American community, its contributions to athletics. You can't say enough about who are the greatest athletes of all time. Who are we talking about here? We're talking about Michael Jordan. We're talking, that is what's going on when you talk about music. Who are the coolest musicians? When you talk about Twitter, Black Twitter is the coolest Twitter.
Oh, God, undefeated.
I mean,
amazing.
You can't get around that. You could try to pretend, but it's not true. Like, it is incredible. I mean, the word woke came from Black Twitter.
Stay woke.
it came from. And everybody co-ops everything. And they act like, oh, no. We're just trying. No. I know where that came from. I hope that's what, I mean, and I don't know if Elon's taking that into consideration. If he gets Black Twitter upset with him and they all decide to leave, he's fucked.
Now, leave Black Twitter alone.
Leave them alone. They're too good for everything. Yeah,
There's
I mean,
a subreddit. It just retweets of Black people tweeting.
See,
Black people. It's called Black People Twitter on Reddit,
and it's complimentary, right?
And it's just here's the best.
This is so
Black
great.
People tweets. Yeah.
This is so great. Yeah, I mean, look, I still think we're not addressing the fact that we're all taking Twitter way too seriously. That like nobody's sitting there going, "Hey, it's gonna be fine either way." And I guess they go like this, "Well, so we've never had a communication tool like this. This is so important that whoever's in charge of the communication tool dictates the way we speak." And it's like, well, we should not be so reliant on the communication tools. You know what I mean? I guess you're right about these millionaires. Like, nobody's ever worried about who's in charge of AT&T. You know, nobody's worried about who's the billionaire behind Verizon. It's just that we've got billionaires with personalities now.
I don't like it.
It is fun. I mean, it's like, you know.
Then, I mean, the billionaires control so much. If there's a billionaire that you, the AT&T guy, and he's a fucking asshole that you don't know about, it doesn't bother you. But if you know,
right,
the guy that's controlling your carrier is a fucking asshole, and now you kind of feel a certain way.
But then and then the others, it's like on one end, it's like, you know, literally crying tears about Elon Musk and Twitter and stuff, and you're like, what are you doing, man? Get a life, dude. It'll be fine. And then on the other end,
it dictate itself.
And then on the other end, they go like this. You know why he's buying this, right? And I go, what, to make money? And they go, no, free speech. I'm like, come on, dude. Like, what?
He's here to save us.
He's here to, no, it's because.
Bring Donald back.
It's because he has an overwhelming sense of responsibility to the American public. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm sure. Yep, definitely. You nailed it.
There's a lot of Elon cucks on the internet. I think he has the most. He has the most cucks on.
Because
on the internet.
Because he's a cool billionaire. Who doesn't want to be friends with a cool billionaire?
Who doesn't
want to toke up with the 420 king, Elon Musk? I would. I think he's the man.
I've had this before.
Yeah. You kidding me? If he was just like, hey, Sam, you want to go hang out with Grimes for a while? I'd be like, me, you, and Grimes? Yeah. And by the way, thank you for saving free speech, bro. Thank you for that. I know you're doing it out of the goodness of your heart. Yeah, $43 billion just because, like, I feel an overwhelming sense of responsibility.
Yeah, and I just woke up and I just felt like doing this. I didn't plan this out for months and months and months.
And it's so funny because you're like, if somebody were to be like, I like Elon Musk, and they're like, what? And then you're like, why? Yeah, he's trying to cure traffic. He's looking for the cure for traffic. And it's like, yeah, but have you seen what he tweets? You're like, no, actually, I don't follow him on Twitter. I just like that he's going to cure traffic.
The tunnel seems like a stupid idea, though.
No, it doesn't seem like a stupid idea because imagine if the way the tunnel has to work, people think it's just a tunnel. And of course, if it's just a tunnel, we already have tunnels. Okay, I understand we already have tunnels. But the idea of his tunnel is that there are stops, right? And you go and like you eliminate parking spaces on the side of the street. And instead, you go into this parking space that locks your tires into it. And then it lowers you into the ground, and then you stay, the base moves with you. So you stay on the base. The base with your car attached then gets loaded onto the track. Then you are all regulated by speed. So you can space out the cars at a proper space and automate at what speed every car goes. It's not just a tunnel. People go like this. Well, it'd still just be traffic in the tunnel. Not if you regulate the speed that everyone's going at.
Not sold.
He invented a rocket ship, man. You don't think he knows how to do tunnels right?
Two different departments, bro.
Rocket ships are cylindrical. So are tunnels.
Ah.
You like that? You like that?
He was great on SNL.
I mean, I don't know if he was great on SNL. He was acceptable on SNL. He was fine. You know, it wasn't like, yeah, there's There's, Steve Martin, there's Chevy Chase, and there's Elon Musk. I don't know if we're there, but
we had an SNL watch party at my place when Elon Musk was hosting.
well, that's when all the kids loved Elon Musk because they thought they were going to get rich on Bitcoin. Let me ask you this. The people
on
Doge. What did I say? Bitcoin? Doge. I didn't want to sound like a boomer. Yeah, that's when Doge was going to the moon. All the kids that were over hoping Doge was going to the moon. Were you all rooting for Elon on SNL?
Yeah, we were just like, say the word.
Say it, Elon. Say it, King. Now, those same people, how are they feeling?
I mean, we didn't make any money off of it.
How are they feeling about Elon?
No, honestly, they're still very much the same people. Those are the same people who are like, yeah, Elon Musk, Twitter, he's freedom of speech.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's very much that
freedom of speech.
Yeah,
cool, man. Cool.
bring that edit button. I don't know why people want the edit button.
Edit button is gonna be dope as hell.
No, hey, there's just it's more fun this way. I mean, who wants to have you spell something wrong and then not have Corey Graves trash you and then you can't fix it?
This is why you don't want an edit button, because you don't have any followers. Nobody notices when you have a typo. Okay.
I'm sorry. If I had as many followers, if I had 100,000 followers or so, I would maybe proofread.
You would never do that shit. You would not proofread. And don't talk down to me because you think I'm one of these blue checks that doesn't understand the way the common man lives anymore. Listen, I'm a blue check, okay? People pay attention to what I'm tweeting, especially Corey Graves. And yeah, I'll tweet.
You have a responsibility to proofread your tweets.
Bro, I read this in my Twitter. Because I advocated for the edit button. I said enough about free speech. Let's hear about the edit button. And people are like, it's never enough about free speech. And I'm like, cool. Well, I guess it's never jokes either. But I tweeted that out and said, I'm looking for the edit button. And somebody goes, no, just delete the tweet and repost it. And fuck up my ratio. What do you know? And I look at their account. They got no followers. They don't know what a ratio is all about. I can't fuck up my ratio. You know how many tweets I've had to leave up there? Because I got no choice. And what am I going to do? Tweet under it? Thread. Sorry, that was a typo. That sucks.
Okay, well then what if you how it has to be limited, right? Because we can't have you just fucking writing something and then edit the tweet and then it's a completely different tweet.
Why not?
What do you mean, why not? Yeah, it could be, let's say you're an asshole and you send out a regular tweet that's very wholesome and whatever, and then all of a sudden you edit it and it's like a racist fucking tantrum.
Okay.
You can't have that.
Okay, first, I've heard that argument. Number one, people who retweet wholesome things, if they just retweeted a racist rant out of nowhere, I don't think everybody would just go, oh, I guess they turned racist. They'd probably go, hey, what's up with this tweet you retweeted? There must be something up with that, right? I think the fact that it would become, people are so worried about that. The fact that it would be possible to do that would be on everyone's radar, right?
Yeah,
so we would know that that's possible. So if you retweet something that says hot dog sucks, I'm going to think to myself, that's hilarious that he accidentally did that. But clearly he didn't realize that he did that before. Look, if you want to put a little, okay. I would be okay if you put a little thing on it that says tweet was edited on this, whatever. Like if there's a little thing that noted that this tweet has been edited. But you can't read the edit history.
No, come on. What? Come on.
No, because you are all saying that you have to be able to read the edit history, because if you can't read the edit history, then you don't know if if you misconstrued something or whatever. But that's not why you want the edit history. You want the edit history so you can see the typo and still make fun of me for it. And I won't have it. No way does the edit history stay, because then that's like when OJ hides his Twitter replies. What's the first thing that you're checking on OJ's replies?
Click on hidden
replies. And guess they're all about one thing. No, I cannot have that. I'm okay if it says you edited this tweet. And then you can text me and say, aha, you had edited tweet. But I will never tell you why. Never.
You have to meet us in the middle, Sam.
That's the middle.
No, it's not. That
the
is
note.
all you.
The note that says this tweet has been edited, I'll give it to you. But I do not want you to be able to click that note and expand it and see that I had to redo it 7 times because I kept misspelling words. I can't have it.
It's like when you talk in public, you can't just scrub what you just said. You have to make a correction or whatever. But
I'm
what you just
sorry,
said is still
I did
there.
That. Look,
yeah, what you said is still there.
Yeah, but you know what?
Know what you said.
You know what? If you don't let's say if you're doing a video and it's not live, we do this show live for God knows what reason. But if I wasn't live and I said something I didn't mean, I wouldn't just be like, well, I said it, I can post it. I would edit it out.
That's different.
And you know how Twitter works. Your thumbs go crazy. And you're trying to be the first to tweet, you know? I know, like, when CNN Plus went down, I had to get that Quibi joke out fast because I know those Quibi jokes are going to come, and they're going to come strong. I need to make sure as many people read my Quibi joke first as I could possibly get out there before it's played, okay? I need to type.
Hot Dog comes in 2 days later with a Quibi joke.
You jumped in 2 days later?
Something that I would do.
Yeah.
I'm 2 days late on all the news.
Yeah, you would. You would. And it wouldn't even be a good joke. It would be like CNN Plus. Yeah, CNN Plus Quibi. You'd be like, what? Yeah, no, dude. I can't let you see the edit history because I'm going to get mocked the same way I would have. You don't think Corey Graves is going to check my edit history?
Yeah.
He definitely will.
We want that.
We're trying to get that Corey Graves slander. Corey Graves slandering Sam Roberts is the content that you're on Twitter for, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
We're going to have a real tough time meeting in the middle because I am not going to be able to find an alternative. My goal of Elon Musk owning Twitter is so Corey Graves stops slandering me.
Or can we just talk to him and ask him to block Corey Graves?
Kick him off Twitter?
It's private now. You could do that.
If you can kick Corey Graves off Twitter, you could see my edit history.
Okay, there you go.
Right.
If that's what this is really about,
that's the middle ground.
We can do that.
That's the middle ground. Hey, your boy James Corden is leaving late night. No more James Corden. What are you gonna watch, Hot Dog?
I don't watch that.
What?
Shit.
You ever see him in a car?
Groundbreaking.
James Corden is leaving late night. This is what he said.
Before we go to break, I've some news of my own to share with you. 7.5 years ago, I started hosting this show, and there's no other way to put it. It has changed my life. I love it. I love all the people that work here. I am so proud of what we've achieved. It's been beyond my wildest dreams. So I'm happy to announce today that I've signed a new contract to carry on hosting the Late Late Show. Well, wait, hang on. Wait, because I appreciate it.
Okay.
That's really only half the story on this one. The other half is, the sadder news is I've decided to sign for 1 more year on the show, and that this will be my last year hosting the Late Late Show. Don't you dare.
I don't believe him when he says he loves it. Well, he might like it. He might have loved it at one point. But if you love it, you just keep doing it, right? Like, I mean, if you love it, what are you going to go and do something you might not love?
Yeah, I mean, people do that all the time. People just leave things that they love.
Can you imagine if you were like, you asked your wife for a divorce and she's like, why? And you're like, well, I mean, I love you. And she's like, well, then why don't you just not, why are you looking for a divorce? And he's like, well, I didn't intend for this to be permanent. You know, I mean, I don't, what do you mean?
I love you. It's just the time felt right.
Wouldn't you love it?
I just want to move on to other projects.
In radio, they never give you like that kind of runway. You know, you find out the day of that's your last show.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if he just burns the network down with him over the next year?
A long time.
Yeah, it's a long time. Let's hear.
This will be my last year hosting the show. You know, when I started this journey, it was always going to be just that. It was going to be a journey,
right?
An adventure. I never saw it as my final destination, you know, and I never want this show to overstay its welcome in any way. I always want to love making it, and I really think in a year from now, that'll be a good time to move on.
What does that mean, too? He goes, I never wanted this show to overstay its welcome, and I really love it. But I think in a year, it will be perfect time. Nobody knows that. Nobody could be like, the show is perfect right now. It's good for another year, and then it's not good anymore. Like, you could never know that, you know? I think, here's what I think. He's over it, and like a year of a paycheck while he's exploring other options is the way to go. Right?
Yeah, make it public. Make it public so the offers come to him.
Right. Just so you know, I'll be available in a year. Yeah, I mean, it's just weird. Who do you think, part of me is like, they should just put on Everybody Loves Raymond reruns after it. Like, you know, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't imagine there's more people that would watch a late night show than will watch Everybody Loves Raymond reruns. Like,
or they can go that route that they've been going before. They tried giving YouTubers late night shows.
You thinking David Dobrik?
I'm thinking Logan Paul.
That would be so fucking sick, dude. If Logan Paul was the guy and he just turned it, yeah. I mean, look. You know who they straight up, honest to God. You know who they should give it to, but also let him produce it his own way and just let him do it his own way?
Yeah.
Schultz should get it.
Oh.
Schultz's late night show would be fire. I don't know if the networks are ready for it, but Andrew Schultz should, if I'm running a network and I'm like, okay, I got the open slot. It's the late show. So, you know, it's not and plus, yeah, Colbert is his lead-in. How fucking great would it be if Colbert did some, like, you know, political stuff and Schultz went on his show and made fun of Colbert? Like, you know how, like, on, you know, radio stations like that, Craig Carton would make fun of Mike Francesa even though they were on the same channel. Like, how great would that be if Colbert is doing stuff that Schultz is making fun of on his show? I just think if you want to go in a new direction, that's the way to do it, man. Schultz is young enough. He's smart. He's like, you know, he knows what he's doing. He knows how to create content.
He's moving towards interviews now with his podcast.
So he can do both.
More and more. Yeah.
He'd have to convince CBS to let him have Alex Jones on as a guest. But
oh my God. Alex Jones on network television.
I mean, who could bring internet culture into network culture, like that sort of outside of the mainstream into the mainstream better than Schultz? I don't think anybody.
Charlemagne
Thagard? I think Charlemagne Thagard is a little more mainstream than, you know.
Yeah. But
plus he did a late night show. Didn't he do a late night show on Comedy Central?
I think he still has it.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's not that many, you know, there's not that many names out there that I could think of that could fit in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Schultz does it, and then Akash,
like a podcaster.
Akash could be his band leader.
Yeah.
You know?
That'd be great. Yeah.
He's like, I don't know how to play any instruments, man. Like, yeah.
Play straight from the aux.
Well, I mean, what podcaster's going to do it? Dax Shepard? I mean, what do you mean? Like,
hey, there's got to be someone willing to sell out and get that network money.
Fuck it. Let's do it, Hot Dog. Me and you.
Oh, man. I will sit there and I will be your sidekick and laugh at everything.
You'll laugh at all the jokes?
Everything. Even the ones that the ones I'm not too sure of are jokes.
Right.
It might even be like the lead-in.
Right.
Fucking go crazy.
You don't know if it's a joke. You don't even really get it. And you know what I'll do too? They'll go like, okay, you're going to shoot it in LA. I'm like, no. we're going to shoot it in my basement, and you'll give me the cash value of whatever you were going to spend on the studio.
And then what are you going to do with that studio money?
That's up to me. Look,
Yeah.
when WWE gave me a show, it was, okay, give me money and I'll give you a show. And, whatever. Bought a couple cameras, put it in a pocket. Gave you,
Easy peasy.
That's it. What if I told you don't have to worry about it, huh? How does that sound to you? I'll buy some new mic arms. What do you think? Let's do it.
Less questions, less answers. Just boom,
Yeah.
I'm gonna deliver.
Plus, I'll do it for $130,000. So, I mean, that's a good deal. $130,000. $130,000.
You're like the undercutters of
undercutters.
late night hosts.
I'm offering you a late night show for cheaper. Okay, $130,000, $65,000 for the studio.
Yeah.
That's not bad. And then $5,000 for hot dog. So it's 2 bills. That's good money, right? $5,000.
Yeah, that's
$5,000.
beer money.
Yeah.
Big bucks.
Yeah. I mean, we were gonna be chilling anyway. Now you get $5,000.
If we need music, we got Troy and Black Caviar.
That's true. I have them do it for free. I'm not gonna take that because that would come out of your $5,000. I'm not gonna do that to you.
No. Exposure.
That's, because I say 130 plus 65 plus 5. That's 2 bills a year for the whole show. Boom. Perfect. You want an in-studio audience? We'll put them on the. I got a fold-out sofa right there.
All right. Well, we got a year.
We got a year
to do this.
We got a year. CBS. You don't even have to give me one. You know how James Corden has his own neon sign that says Late Late Show?
You got one right there.
It's already there, bro. It's already there. And don't think I don't know the topics of the day, because I know all the topics of the day. And I can interview. I can probably get Andrew Schultz on. What do you think of that? Okay, I got connections.
Get the big stars.
Yeah. I think it'll be good. Yeah, Blackjack Thompson says cheapest late night show in the biz. That's what we'll be known as.
That's like our slogan.
Cheapest late night show in the biz by a mile. Like literally, to make a cheaper late night show, the people making it would lose money.
Yeah.
It gets
like we are exponentially cheaper.
I'll go on a press tour and they'll be like, "How did you get CBS to give you a show?" I said, "I told them I'd do it for $130." They're like, "What?" Yeah, $130 plus 65 for the studio plus 5 for hot dog.
You could have ads running literally on the screen the entire time. Like, we will sell out.
Oh, we're definitely selling our own ads. Forget that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, these gold dip roses, they ain't going anywhere. Steven Singer's going to be the first sponsor. By the way, you better tune into the wrestling podcast because your boy's got an underpants sponsor, too.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Wait till you hear. Tune into the wrestling podcast. I'll tell you about it. It's boxer briefs. It's got 2 pockets in the front. One for the dick, one for the balls. I'm not kidding.
What?
Yes. One for the dick, one for the balls. Okay. And it's.
I can't shoot it down until I try it.
Hey, man. I'm all lined up right now. It's perfect. Yeah. Everything's got its own compartment. Everything's good. Do you think I could get Jack White to perform on my show?
You need a big first musical act.
Because I could do it in the corner over there where the figures are. I just move out. Well, I probably have room for him and the figures.
Yeah, no, we can make some good room. You'd have to move, and you could have a studio audience maybe where the Goldust mannequin is.
Yeah, and then you'll sit in the okay. Let me see where that chair is right there.
Yeah,
I'll move this table right here over to you. You'll have your own little desk. You'll just sit in the corner there.
You just give me a podium and I'll stand.
Yeah,
that way.
That's much smart. Yeah, and then if we go to a shot that's too wide, you'll be able to see that you're literally 3 feet away from me.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're like,
you could have the guest sit where you just pointed, but I'll be right next to the guest with a big podium just standing the entire time.
And they'll go like this. Why don't you get a full-size studio? And I'll go, because they only gave me $65,000 a year. I don't know.
Yeah.
$65,000. Yeah. What can I can't even get new cameras. I spent it. What can I tell you?
I had to finance these cameras.
Yeah. Plus, we can't do any bits. Oh, fuck. I just remembered that, they do bits with graphics and stuff like that. Can you do graphics?
Yeah. That's, do we have a team, or will I be editing this?
No, you would be. Yeah, no, you would be. I forgot. I didn't negotiate for a staff.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. All right. Fuck.
Fuck.
I'll throw in some.
So okay. So
Some of the 65 for the studio. I'll give to you.
okay, because I'm gonna say they might have to. You might have to tell them, hey, like the show isn't gonna be. You know how they shoot the day of. It
Yeah.
might be like a 2-day thing. You know,
What if I make it so you're making 15 a year?
1 day delay.
What if I made it so you're making 17 a year?
Yeah, now we're talking.
Okay, 1750.
1350.
Yeah. You mean 17.5? No. $17,050.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, listen. We need super chats right now because I negotiated a bad deal for this late night show, okay? That's the other thing. We're leaving the super chats on. You guys are going to have to help. I'm going to get $200,000 total out of CBS for the whole year.
And the last 10 minutes will be us reading super chats.
100% they're getting on the network
Yeah.
because, yeah, this is not expensive programming. Plus, by then, it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Come on, give me a break, right? They're going to go like this. Can you do carpool karaoke? I'm going to go, no. They're going to go, why? I go, GoPros are not in the budget. I can't film it. I have no.
I can drive around with a hot dog and he'll sing Goldfinger.
Yeah. I might have to use the video from Montreal that I already have.
Yeah.
All right. Super chat in. We're trying to make this show work. If you've got a contribution to the show tonight, every super chat will get acknowledged. So if you're sitting there just saying, acknowledge me, then you got to super chat in. Don't forget to hit like, too. There's a lot of you in here that have not hit like. It's not mathematically possible for you of all to have hit like. So do that right now and subscribe to the channel. A new episode of Prima Volta went up this morning. It was the season finale of season 4. The finale of season 4. Ian and I breaking it down. That's when the family starts to really fall apart. So it was a fun episode. It got pretty silly. So check that out after tonight's show. Ryan Cosman, thank you for the contribution. Not Sam Lehman. With contributions like that, you're about to become a producer on this late night show. Thank you, buddy. Rob Thompson, good to see Sam and Hot Dog. Have a great weekend. You too, Rob Thompson. You too. That Corey dude, gotta run. One love. Grim Reaper, mid-season finale. Walt will be seen or referred to. You think they'll do it in the mid-season finale? I don't think that they'll make that big of a deal out of it because I don't think it'll be that big of a deal to the season.
Yeah.
Right? I think it'll be more of just a little Easter egg.
I think next season we'll see the cameos.
Maybe 1 and 1? Probably next season.
Maybe.
No, because I want people to tune in, right? We know they're coming.
And mid-season finale might be a great point to do that 4-year jump.
Grim Reaper is also looking for a cameo from Lewis, Walt Jr.'s friend.
Okay.
Egregious Philbin, thank you for doing this the right way. The mid-season break is only 6 weeks, not 3 months. Oh, boy.
Oh, even better.
I'm going to have a lot of episodes to watch in 6 weeks. That Corey dude, I would watch every single episode if Schultz had a late night show. Well, I mean, I think he's been negotiated out of contention. I don't think he's a possibility anymore.
No, we undercut him.
Yeah, exactly. And Six Crow, thank you for the contribution, my man. You're a good man. I appreciate all of you. Hopefully,
Matthew Gold had one too.
Oh, thank you. Would you revive the Tomorrow Show for the time slot? Yeah, I think Kevin Undergaro could be the backup host. I don't see why not. When I'm on vacation, Kevin Undergaro could be the backup host. We could get Maria Menounos on the show that way. That'd be huge.
Yeah, easy get.
You wouldn't tune in if I was like, I got Maria Menounos. Maria Menounos might be my band leader. That'd be sick. You're my Andy Richter. You're my guy, my sidekick. And Maria Menounos is... You wouldn't watch a late night show with Maria Menounos as the band leader? I would.
It would have to be Late Night with Sam Roberts and Maria Menounos as the band leader. That's the title.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of a draw, I think that's fair. I like that you're not coming from an ego place. You're okay, taking a back seat, but
I get it.
you get it. Everyone's got a place, but yeah, Late Night with Sam Roberts and Maria Menounos as his band leader. I think that's got a ring to it. I think that's a good idea. I would do it. Egregious Philbin now says maybe 7 weeks. Maybe. That'd be weird if it was 7 weeks, because then it would be like 777.
Yeah, get your facts straight before you
Don't come at
some fake news.
Egregious has been very helpful to us all day. Open parentheses, #_ says, bring back Kevin Eubanks. Sorry, Kevin Eubanks has been replaced by Maria Menounos. She's going to learn the drums and everything. All right, guys. Look, you got 5 styluses, so you might as well use them. And if I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. I'm going to cheers with you later. Have a good one, everybody. Thank you.